Guys, I just want to make this short video real quick. Last night I was out here working in my shop and modifying my table. It's a 4x8. It got a piece of 1/2-inch plate. It's pretty heavy. It's hard to move around in my shop. I was shortening the legs, putting casters up under it, and some bracing and stuff up under it, and different things. But I was using my little Pro MIG 140 Lincoln Electric. It's a little wire feed machine. It's a good machine, excellent machine. I've had it for several years. But it just shut off on me. I was welding about an hour straight, and it just shut off on me. So I figured I'd worked out the duty cycle on it. So I just pushed it to the side, and I ended up getting my little Lincoln little stick welder. Finished out what I was doing on my table, and I just called it quits last night. And I got here this morning. I figured good to go, and I hooked it all up, and man, it wouldn't come back on. So I had to drop back and punt, and I seen this switch, this reset switch on the back, and that wasn't punched out. The machine was coming on, the fan was running, the everything was on except for it just wasn't wire feeding, and the gas wouldn't come on. You might not have gas hooked to yours. You might be using flux core wire, but I feel like it's the same machine. But so I started trying to troubleshoot it, and got my little tester out, testing this, that, and the other. Took some panels off of it, all the side panels. Now I was getting power all the way up to this little plug right here, so I knew had to do something with that, because I jumped it out with a little jumper wire, and it went to working. So the gas started coming on, the wire started feeding. So I figured it's probably this switch that got some trash in or something. It just wasn't making a connection. So I took this switch apart. Wasn't no trash in there. I cleaned it up anyway, but wasn't nothing apparent wrong with it. And put it all back together and tried it. It still didn't work. And so what I figured is last night when I was doing that extensive welding for an hour straight, it got this whip so hot I couldn't hardly hold it. And I'd melted that wire that was in the side of that whip, and it just ground it out. So I run me a wire on the outside of it. I cut it real close to the whip, give me as much tail as I could on the plug side. Butt connected me about an 18 gauge wire on there with some good armor on it, and it worked good. But I tie wrapped it to the outside of it, up to the handle, uglied it up, and then I just, where it come out of the hose into the handle, I cut it right there as close as I could to the whip. Saved all this wire that was up in the body that was going to the switch. Butt connected right there, hid the butt connectors inside there. It's easy enough to take apart. You just turn the quarter of a turn and pull, and this is a quarter of a turn, pull down on it, and this handle will open up in your hand, and this little switch right here won't jump out on you. It's easy enough to get back in there. But I put it all back together, and man, she's working like a dream now. So if you was using yours and you was in the middle of welding and it just shut off on you, and you feel your whip and it got real hot, then you probably done the same thing to yours as I did to mine. You melted that wire inside that whip, and you just need to ugly yours up like I uglied mine up. You need to jerry rig some wire on the outside of it and get back to business. So yeah, I just wanted to try to get you going again. If you had yours shut off on you, try that. Jump it out of the plug right there. If it goes to working, you know what you need to do. Later.